Hey, welcome back to Weekly Lick, and this week we're going to be working on some left hand and right hand tapping, and this week's lick is going to go something like So this tapping lick has two different sections. The first one is a little bit slower. It's a nice little warm-up lick. But then when the second section hits, it's a little bit more fast-paced. So the notes you are going to be starting off with on the tapping lick is you're going to hammer on from nowhere on the 5th fret of G. And then the 7th fret of D. And then you are going to tap on the 12th fret of G with whatever finger you feel most comfortable with. So hammer on from nowhere on the 5th fret of G, then the 7th fret of D, tap on the 12th fret of G, slide up to 14, and then you are going to be pulling off. Okay, so so once you do that, you're going to pull off to 7th fret, and then hammer on from nowhere on the 10th fret of D. And then you're going to tap on the 12th fret of D, and then pull off to the harmonic on the 7th fret of D. So far you got and then you're going to hammer on from nowhere on the 5th fret of D, and then you're going to tap on the 12th fret of G, and then you are going to pull off and do a quick slide from 9 to 7. And then you're going to pull off to 5, slide back up to 7, and then you're going to hammer on from nowhere on the 10th fret of D, and then you are going to tap the 12th fret of A, and then you're going to pull off to 10th fret, and then you're going to slide up to 12, then you're going to tap on the 14th fret of D, and then hammer on from nowhere on the 12th fret of G, and then tap on the 14th fret of G, and then pull off. And then you're going to do another one of those quick slides from 9 to 7. But this one is a little bit tricky because you have to, while simultaneously holding down that note on the 9th fret of G, you have to make sure you are lightly touching the D string with your index finger. And the reason for that is when you tap and then pull off and pick that G string on the 9th fret, you want to make sure that you keep that D string muted. So you want to make sure that your index finger is lightly touching the D string. So when you do the tap and then slide, you should make sure that the only notes that are ringing out is that slide down to the 7th fret on G. So far you have and then you're going to hammer on from nowhere on the 10th fret of D, and then you're going to tap on the 12th fret, pull off to 7, hammer on, and then tap again. You're going to slide from 12 up to 14, and then pull off to 7, and then pull off to 5. Alright, so far you should have Now there are a couple of ways you can restart the next section. Now you can play the first few notes the exact same way in the next measure, like that, or you can play it like. So it really depends on whichever feels comfortable to you. You can hammer on with your pinky or your ring finger, or you can even just tap with your middle finger, and then. Alright, so that is pretty much the first section of the tapping lick. And once you get to that second part, at the very end, instead of going back to, you're going to be doing. You're going to end it off on a slide from 12 to 14 on the D string. So you get. Now this next section is a little bit faster, but it pretty much starts off the exact same way. Alright, so you're going to hammer on from nowhere on the 5th fret of G, and then the 7th fret of D, tap on the 12th fret of G, and then you're going to pull off to the 7th fret, hammer on from nowhere on the 10th fret of D, and then tap on the 14th fret of D. Alright, so once you do this, you're going to pull off to 7, hammer on to 10, tap on 12th, and then pull off to 5, 7, and then tap on the 10th fret, and then pull off to 7. And do a little quick vibrato there. Now the next part after that is going to be almost exactly the same. You're going to be starting off the exact same way. Right up to this point, you're going to pull off to 10, slide up to 12, tap on the 14th fret, and then pull off. Like that. So all in all, you should have and that is this week's lick. If you have any idea on what I should do the next weekly lick on, please let me know down in the comments down below. Be on the lookout for my next week's tutorial on how to find chords inside of a melody. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss that video. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.